Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kevin Jackwitz, and this is the Caged match. And as you can tell, I'm about a week and a half, 2 weeks behind on everything that I've been doing. And that's because I got my hands on After Effects, and I had a very limited amount of time to get a lot of stuff done. So I had to put everything on every channel to the side for a few and get that stuff accomplished. Now it's accomplished, back to the reviews. So catching up, this is AEW Dynamite for 10/23/19. I got my notes right here, you'll have to excuse me. It's been, roughly 6 wrestling shows, so they've all kind of blended together a little bit. This one, I do remember being a very good show, and that's just been the motto with AEW and Dynamite. They put on stellar shows every week so far, and really no lulls in the action. I mean, they put out a really quality product. So you start out right away, and I remember this cuts right into the match. Like, I think it started the show with both teams in the ring, and that was Private Party versus Lucha Brothers. Really, really good match. Highly athletic match. Exactly what you would expect from both teams, because they are 4 just phenomenally gifted athletes in the ring. At the end of the day, the Lucha Brothers won. I kind of expected that. They're a very good team, very solid team. They're one of the bigger teams in the company. And so I was pretty happy with that, because the Lucha Brothers are ridiculous. They are just so good. Then you get a package for a guy named Wardlow, or something like that. And he's just a big bruiser type so far as what he looks like. He's just a muscle-bound, meathead looking dude. So we'll see what we get with that. And then you get SCU, which is Frankie Kazarian and Scorpius guy, because Christopher Daniels is still supposed to be out on the injury. And they are taking on the Dark Order. And they were kind of building up the Dark Order, but they actually lost to SCU, which I kind of like. SCU is a really good team. I think Kazarian and Scorpion Sky is just ridiculously talented. A couple of guys who can really mix it up. High-flying, technical mat wrestling. Just, really impressive in the ring. So I was really happy to see that. As this match was going on, you saw Inner Circle kind of walk through the crowd, and apparently they had some tickets to the show. I guess they needed tickets for some reason, even though they're on the roster. But whatever. They come through the show, they go into the VIP area. It kind of takes away from the match a little bit. That I didn't necessarily like. But I guess they were cramming a lot into the show. I mean, you got 2 hours, and they actually did a pretty good job of trying to balance everything out. After that, you get Joey Janela versus Kenny Omega. What can you say about this? This is 2 guys, top of their game. You know it's going to be a good match. I really like both of them. Kenny Omega is ridiculous. He could pull off a good match with pretty much anybody. The guy is just on fire. So, exactly what you would expect from these guys. Kenny Omega gets the win. And then you get a Cody interview. He's in the ring, and they're trying to pull off an interview, and Inner Circle is in their VIP box. And they have air horns, and Chris Jericho's got a microphone, and they're interrupting Cody. And Cody makes a really good stab at WWE. He says, this isn't like other companies where there's this invisible wall talking about the ring to the crowd. And so Cody Rhodes starts making his way up to the barricade where the crowd is, like he's going to go after Chris Jericho. And there's 4 of the Inner Circle and only 1 of him. So out comes Dustin Rhodes, out comes MJF, and out comes Diamond Dallas Page. And so they all go right up to the Inner Circle. They bash in the glass on the door, unlock the door. Cody and Jericho go brawling, and it goes everywhere. It goes in the crowds. It goes kind of in the arena concession area. So it was really cool, man. It was a really good spot. It made it look legit. They, kind of made it look real, because they went into like where the crowd would just be walking around and stuff. So it was very cool. Very awesome. After that, you get Best Friends versus Young Bucks. Young Bucks, in my estimation, one of the best tag teams, period. They're both super good. especially at the aerial, high flying stuff. They are just phenomenal. But they also know how to keep a tag team match interesting, to keep everybody in the tag team match going at the same time and, pulling off moves that you wouldn't normally see. Using both guys a lot more than you see in like WWE. Like you see it in WWE, you get, like these co-op moves, but they do it so much better in AEW. So Young Bucks get the win. It was kind of cool. You also got to see Orange Cassidy in there. He comes in and he does his Orange Cassidy bit where he like kicks them both in the shins and then he gets super kicked out of his boots. So that was pretty funny too. Then you get Jamie Hayter versus Britt Baker. Never seen Hayter before. I guess she's new. Obviously Britt Baker, she's done really well for herself lately. Got building up a lot of wins, and they are clearly pretty high on her, which they should be. She's pretty damn good in the ring. So decent match. Britt Baker gets the win. There you go. And that leads you into Jon Moxley versus Pac. How is this not going to be a good match? The easy answer is it's never not going to be a good match. Pac and Jon Moxley, they're on fire right now. Pac especially, dude, he's got a lot of heat, and he's so damn talented in the ring. Like, Pac, this is a freak of nature athlete. This is a once-in-a-lifetime athlete, in my opinion. This guy, he's just that good. Like, I don't know what in the hell WWE were thinking when they got rid of him, which, it's Neville, for those who don't know. The dude is just, he's crazy talented, and they did nothing with him. And here he is in AEW, a top guy, pulling off these amazing matches. Like, it just goes to show WWE does not know what they have most of the time. But getting back to the match, really good spots, some hard-hitting affairs. The only thing that kind of got me, which it's the first time they've done it, but they let it go to time limit draw, which they used to do stuff like that in WCW and stuff. So, Moxley was pretty pissed off about that. He was like, what the hell are you doing with this time limit draw BS, and starts going off on a tangent there. And that's kind of where they close the show. Adam Page comes down and he confronts Neville. And yeah, dude, it was a pretty good close. It really was. So the show overall, man, it was really stellar in a lot of ways. The only thing I think I might have done was you had an amazing tag team match going on with SCU and Dark Order. I probably would have let Inner Circle go through the crowd, maybe during a commercial or after or before the match, because it did kind of take away from the match there. But other than that, man, not bad at all. The draw, it's the first draw, so I'm going to give them a pass. I hope they don't do that too often, but it's okay. First time they've done it, it's something different. So, pass for this time. Really good show. Really good show. Kept me entertained. A lot of wow moments. I mean, like I said, some of these pairings, what more would you expect? I mean, it was just ridiculously good. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. I think it was a really strong outing. Very, very entertained by it. Can't wait to see what they do next week, man, because they've been blowing it out of the water. So ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm at. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. My name is Kevin Jackwitz, Kaged Nation, out.